My ears began to ring at first,
Okay,
and then I heard the explosion.
hello everyone. This is the Dank hangout part 6 or 7. Hey Alan, so what were you saying?
What?
Well, what were you saying?
I don't know what I was saying. Oh, about my nightmare
Yeah.
or dream about nuclear
Yeah.
war.
The people want to see it. I
Oh.
hear it.
Okay, I will tell you my story about the first time I had a nuclear explosion in my dream. The first dream that I had is when I was in some kind of city. It took place at night. I was walking, and then I head to this restaurant that looked similar to Omega because of the sign that said.
I got a viewer.
And also, I remember walking in a I remember walking into the restaurant. I remember seeing my mom walking with me, and for some odd reason I came out and my mom was angry at me, and she told me, "What am I doing?" Or in Spanish, "¿Qué estás haciendo?" And I said,
I got 2 viewers.
and she said, and I said I'm protecting her from the aliens. And then later I went out, I looked that way. I remember seeing two news helicopters looking down, flashing their lights under there. I remember hearing a car crash. And then I remember seeing a white, white helicopter, a white Vietnam War helicopter, flying over, with people hanging onto it. And I remember there was also some kind of barrel, a metal barrel underneath them as well. There was 3 people hanging on, each by the foot. 1, 2, and then the 3. And then when and then all of a sudden the helicopter looked like it was going out of control. So it slid down and crashed behind one of the buildings far away from us, and then boom, a nuclear explosion happened from a helicopter. And I remember seeing the shockwave coming, and I said, "Incoming!" Or, how'd I say it? "Incoming!" And then I remember doing this. And I remember hearing the explosion. First, I remember hearing the explosion for a fraction of a second.
I got 1 like.
And my ears started to ring. They were like, and then I remember hearing the explosion completely, and then I woke up. My second one took place similar to this place. I was walking down this road. It was in the desert. I was walking with thousands of people in the middle of a desert through a road down that way. I remember looking back at the mountains. Some of part of it was on fire. I remember hearing sirens in the distance, and I remember seeing a nuclear explosion going off behind the mountain. I remember walking to this hangar that was like down there. I remember going inside and later going outside. The hangar didn't have that much, but I later went outside. That's in the exit right here. I remember walking up the little hill that's next to the hangar, and then I was looking at some places, and then I woke up. And yeah, that's my second time that I had a dream about nuclear explosions and maybe even nuclear war. I don't know.
Well, that story pretty much summed up my whole fucking life. Harlan.
Yeah. And one of my cousins also had a dream about a war. It was a dogfight, an air-to-air combat fight. He says that he remembers hearing explosions, or not hearing, but seeing explosions and planes blowing up. And he said that he seen them at tiny dots in the skies. And he said they were explosions in the sky and such. And he said that the jets were described as dots in the sky. Like wow.
Ready for World War III?
Let's hope that it won't happen.
If it happens, you know what to do, Harlan. Fallout.
Shelter.
No, Fallout the game. Ready?
Oh.
Yeah. Gotta use those bottle caps as currency, yeah? Ooh.
That's a video game. We gotta make it a real deal.
GG. Oh, I smell someone behind me. What could that be?
There's a Fallout shelter near where I live. I don't know if it's even a Fallout shelter, but they said it was some kind of shelter. I looked on Google Earth and Google Maps. It confirmed that it's some kind of shelter. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna turn off the video now. I've been living for like 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay. Ah.